Welcome back to the Mendip Hills on this Monday morning. I mentioned this walk recently in my Q&A video. It's one of my favourites in the local area. It's about 10 miles long, and I've started today from the north side of Cheddar Reservoir. I'm currently heading up through Cheddar Woods on a very long climb, and from there on it's basically a ridge walk towards Crook Peak. But today's been quite hard to get outside and motivate myself to do this because I'm not great at this time of year. I do struggle with the winter and the long nights and everything, the darkness and the cold. But generally as well, I'm lacking motivation for life, you could say. And even today, to come out here alone and just do this walk, which I normally enjoy, it's been quite a hard effort to get here. I spend so much time alone these days, I live alone, so I'm home in the mornings alone, home in the evenings alone. All that alone time is not always the best thing, and we all need a life outside of work. I'd rather be with people, to be honest, but it was quite hard to get going. But I knew that if I go back to work tomorrow, having not done this, stayed indoors for the second day, then I'd regret that. So the ground beneath my feet is really wet, so going uphill is one thing, but the other challenge is trying to get traction as well and get the grip. So far it's been slow going, but it's quite hard work. A very welcome sight is this gate, meaning we're quite near the top now. And despite what these signs say on the trees here, you can legally go further on. The next field is open access land, so you can walk in there, but what it should say is that there's no other way out that field, so you've got to come back this way. It's like a one-way journey, basically. So the more convenient route is to go through this gate, follow the right of way. This one here is Callow Quarry, and beyond here is also Batscombe Quarry, which you can't see in this photo. I'm now following Callow Drove, which is an old farmer's drove route. Quite a nice route this. I rarely see other people along here because on the right, parallel to this, we've got the West Mendip Way, which follows Winscombe Drove, which is normally very muddy even in summer. I've had thoughts before about camping up here sometime, but sheep frequently graze these lands, and as you can see, the boundary walls are partially existent. And more recently I've seen cattle grazing here, and of course with no boundary they can roam anywhere, so I'm not sure these days about how practical it would be to illegally wild camp up here. was going to film something else here briefly for a new video, but although I brought my tripod with me, I've somehow lost the bit that goes in here to hold the camera in place. I've no idea where that's gone. It's quite annoying. I'm going down towards the A38 where I'll join the West Mendip way, and once over the road I'm going to follow up through Kingswood, along Cross Plain, and then up and over Wavering Down on the trig point, and beyond that it's a ridge walk to Crook Peak basically. Even though it's a Monday morning, I'd expect there to be more people right over that side than there are over here, so if I don't do too much talking over there, that's probably why, because there's people about. Now you can see where we started from, and just over there is Glastonbury Tor. Now on the way down from Crook Peak, coming off the ridge down towards the Somerset Levels, and my way back to Axbridge. Really good views from here off the levels, even though it's very flat. It's very open. Yeah. Lunchtime now, and then the final stretch back to the car. I'm now following the Cheddar Yo River. This will guide us most of the way back to Axbridge and the reservoir. From memory, this one rises in the show caves at Cheddar Gorge, then continues west and reaches the estuary with the Severn and the Bristol Channel. But again, this stretch is it's normally fairly quiet and people free, which I quite like. Very muddy at this time of year. Now we can see where we've been. That's the first hill near Axbridge. Across the A38 up to Kingswood. Over there is Wavering Down, and then finally it's Crook Peak before lunch. And just beyond the telegraph pole you can just see Cheddar Gorge. And Cheddar is down this way. I'm now following the rather wet Stubbington Drove, which leads back to the reservoir quite directly. Thank you if you've watched this video all the way through. I'm sorry if I've been too kind of negative today. I'm really quiet down at the minute, and hopefully I'll get through this at some point. I appreciate you guys watching it, and hopefully you've seen what this walk can offer in terms of views and rewards and that sort of thing. Hopefully I'll see you again soon with a new video. I do try and keep walking regularly in the winter, even when it's cold and wet. Just being active once a week really helps me to keep going, really. Even though it's hard to get going first thing sometimes. I've also started my own Meetup walking group locally. I'll put a link below, and I'm looking at doing this walk in January, so if you're quite local, why not come and join us? It's quite a new group. Done one walk so far, which was quite good. One more coming up this month. And I'm trying to do like one a month on average to keep things going without giving myself, exerting myself too much. We'll see how it goes. There's a lesser known car park up ahead, and beyond that is the green bank of the reservoir. There's no legal right of way up there, but I'm going to do the permissive route that many fishermen take to get to the path on top.